you're on your path, right, of personal development, right? You're dropping vices, you're getting fit, you're building muscle, you're losing body fat, you're journaling, you're praying, you're doing a lot of the right things, and you're feeling great. But then life comes, right? You go back home, and in your household, you have friction because your spouse, your partner, whatever it may be, your kids, they snap you back into reality. And that's very normal. So what you have to do is keep walking on that path that you're actually on, because guys, like, that's where the rubber meets the road right there. Are you either going to crack or are you going to stay on the path? This friction that I'm talking about holds so many people back. Like, people will be feeling good and they're like, yes, I'm finally starting to see the world in a better light. And then they'll, their partner will be like, oh, why are you working out? Why are you journaling? Why are you praying? Like, questioning everything that you're doing. That's very normal. You should be ready for that. But I want to give you a couple tips on how to navigate that. You have to remember that you're at a higher level than they are. You're actually at a higher level than they are. So they're at level 1, you're at level 10. So as a leader, you have to bring them up. You have to bring them up. You have to remember you were there at one point. So what I want you to focus on is not so much talking to them, because I know that's what you do. You get frustrated and you start arguing and you start explaining why you're doing what you're doing. Don't even get into that. If you have to explain your side and then you have to hear their side, you're never going to win. So the number one thing that I need you to do is get results. Make your results so loud it smacks everybody in the face, because they cannot hear you until you literally get massive results. So that means get in the best shape ever. Don't miss your wake up times. Don't miss your prayers, your journaling, or any of that stuff, because they are watching. You have to remember they are watching every move of yours. And so the time that they see you slip, they're going to point the finger at you and be like, see, you're not all about it. So that means you have to hold the line even more tough. Remember that. They are waiting for you to slip. And if you really want to help them, do not slip, because their weakness, or your weakness, is their way out. If you slip, they fall. If you slip, they fall. The second thing is you want to lead them, guys. Like, one of the reasons why results are so important is because they have a belief system. They see the world differently than you do now. So the only way to to get through that is through results. Make them shock their mind, shock a lot of people. That way they start asking questions like, man, how do you eat like that? Or how do you pray? Or how do you do this? How do you do that? You have to find an in. It's a little doorway right there. That's your in. The last thing that I want to say is just this. Don't be like this and be like, come on, hurry up. This is what we're doing. You don't want to do that, guys. Now, you're not their coach. You're not their boss. You're their partner. You have to remember to go all the way back and literally meet them at their level 1 or level 2. You have to remember, they're not motivated. They're procrastinating. They were like you at a certain point. You have to put yourself in their shoes. They're not motivated like you. So you have to go all the way back and go side by side and walk with them. There's a time and place when you slip in a little principle, a little teaching, a little thing of how you want, what they should do as far as whatever it is, working out, business, personal development, whatever it is. So I know what you guys do though. You go like this and you argue and you frustrate each other, and it's just like, you're like, I'm just gonna do my thing. She or he's doing his thing, and it just doesn't work. You want to get them, this is a hack right here. You want to get them to a high frequency. Once you get them to a high frequency, then you could deliver a small principle like, hey, purpose over pleasure, repetition makes reputation, or live and let witness, or create your habits and your habits create you. No long 30, 45 minute talks on like teachings like that. You don't really want to do that. Okay, so just remember, you want to walk side by side. And what you really want to do is get them, you guys both need a coach. That's the real way to do it. If I had your partner in front, I could talk to him directly, like this, face to face. You can't do that. You can't really do it like that. So you have to go side by side and you guys just walk together. Like a true leader comes back and leads from the back, essentially. You want the leader to lead from the back or the side, not like way in the front. Have you ever heard that? Leaders lead from the front? It's actually, that's not how it practically looks. You actually go way in the back and you bring the lowest, the weakest link, if you will, and pull them up. That's how you do it, straight up. Like, you have to remember it's your responsibility to not get frustrated, to be stronger. Strength is for service, not for status. So if you're the strong one, you have your habits dialed in, you're in the best shape of your life, you're like really working on yourself, guess what? You're stronger. They're weaker, so bring them up. That's really the message right there. Let's get it.